Hello everybody, this is True Detective. Just gonna sit over here and I'm gonna ask you a question, and I'm done with making computer related videos. I'm just done. Let's start talking something more serious. And the question over here is, what are all the steps we can take to not end up in a wheelchair? All the steps we take to not end up in a wheelchair. A lot of people on this planet Earth, they have legs. And they can walk. Some women have the greatest legs. Problems, joints, muscles. What can we do to future-proof ourselves so we don't end up in a wheelchair? I just searched online after spending the day at IRC for the reasons why people end in wheelchairs. And this wide variety of them. Some of them you really cannot do much about. But one of the clear things you would want to avoid if you don't want to end up in a wheelchair is probably doing extreme sports like maybe like snowboarding would be a great way probably to end up in a wheelchair. The possibilities, they are endless, but if you happen to be in a wheelchair, we can also ask the question, is there any way people could get out of that wheelchair and start walking again? Well, I have had a bit of an experience of losing some function in my legs. I was never the sort of person that had to sit in a wheelchair though. But during the time when my knees were really busted, my knee joints were, life was just a fucking bitch. If you can't walk, life becomes such a fucking chore. And if walking becomes a pain, it's very hard to live a kind of happy life because of it. We could just search for it on our computer. We don't have to go there anymore. I just thought that I really have to change my content up. I can't make these fucking computer related videos anymore. I want something better for my life than to just sit on my ass on the computer talking computer bullshit. There's so many people doing that they are so much better and so much well versed in this stuff than me. Now for a really big question. Could computers cause you to end up in a wheelchair? Could computers protect you from ending up in a wheelchair? It was an interesting day. I remember sometime in my past fucking flies using IRC and really not being involved in the discussion ever, just lurking on channels. Nowadays I can write pretty well. I wonder if there should be a True Detective IRC channel. Probably should. That's it for the day, but as the last question, if you have ended up in a wheelchair, I wonder what could we do to make that situation into an opportunity